What's up, gamers? First off, let me start off by saying I respect Angry Joe, I love his videos, and I value his opinion. He's helped me decide whether I was going to play a game or not, and then other times I just like seeing what he has to say about it if I've already played it. Okay, however, on the topic of Destiny, I disagree. Not entirely, but somewhat. Yes, we were led to believe that Destiny was a huge world of endless proportions, that it was an epic adventure of multiplayer and loot. And in some cases it is. Truth is, it's not endless. In fact, it ends rather quickly in the loot system. Well, you're right about that, Joe. It's pretty weird. I don't understand it myself. I don't think anyone does. You can be the top dog in a game and get jack shit, while the other player who did the worst in the team gets 2 blue items. Angry Joe also states that the vendor business sucks because the gear is divided between the Crucible and the Vanguard points, and then other whatever they have thrown in there. I don't really want to get into all the details right now, and it requires endless grinding to get it. You're right about that. It does feel like grinding because it is. But personally, I like the system in place that divides the gear between vendors because it gives players more incentive to utilize all the game has to offer. Yes, the story is short. Yes, the levels are limited. And yes, you'll be killing a lot of the same guys over and over again depending on which planet you are on, which each has their own species of enemies. However, with constant updates and challenges being refreshed daily and weekly by Bungie, new items to buy from vendors that appear here and there, multiple skill sets known as subclasses, and the level up system that goes from 20 to 30 that requires gear light enhancements to level up beyond 20, I personally enjoy this on a daily basis. After you max out one subclass, you can move to the other or switch back and forth at your own free will once you reach the requirements. And even though your character doesn't get experience past level 20, your subclass does. Your guns and armor also level up on their own. A lot of us gamers are wondering, where did the $500 million budget go that Bungie spent developing this game? I would assume a lot of it went into research and development, as well as programming this thing for all 4 consoles. It takes a lot of work to port this thing to 4 different fucking systems. A lot of thought and planning went into the systems and design of Destiny. Don't get me wrong, I do not feel like this game is a $60 title, as they have obviously held back a lot of material to sell to us at a later date, as shown right there in the flyer that Angry Joe showed you, where they say season pass for some odd dollars. I feel like this game should have been about $40, or at least take $10 off and make it $50, considering the experience for most is very limited. I can tell you right now, if you do not enjoy teaming up with friends, Destiny is probably not the game you want to buy. For guys like me, who thrive on multiplayer, player versus player, player versus environment, it's an endless good time. I do understand why so many people were pissed off. Well, Angry Joe, I agree with you on that. I get it. With such a limited story, there is very little to please the guys who enjoy the solo campaigns and the deep dialogue. And Bungie should have been more honest with us on that. But at the same time, the game has always been advertised as more fun with friends. So that should have been kind of a hint right there. I'm not even sure how some people didn't know the game was online only. At no point did Bungie ever advertise that it even catered to the single-player experience. However, it is known that Bungie has a very long plan for this game over a period of several years. Kind of look at it as World of Warcraft and a first-person shooter on consoles. That's about the best way to put it. There's going to be constant updates, constant new stuff, and more than likely several download contents and expansions and whatnot throughout the future. Yes, I do feel like we were sold a $60 starter kit. And yes, I feel like this game should have had more to offer for the masses. But when you break it down and look at how Destiny's planets, loot, and PvE and PvP differ from each other, there is a lot to do here. With 3 classes to choose from, with 2 subclasses each to utilize, which there is a third by the way, just not available to us yet. If you enjoy teaming up with friends and shooting the shit, then this game is definitely for you. The worlds you explore are huge, and you can explore them in Patrol as one large map or in missions where you are directed through specific portions of the world. This is how you meet so many other random players who are doing their own thing. It's this way through all the worlds, all the way up to Mars and Venus. If you are one of the guys who are salty at Destiny, I'm sorry, truly am. It's not the first time though that people will be disappointed in the game, and it certainly won't be the last. For gamers like me, who thrive more so on the multiplayer experience, loot finding, and new challenges, Destiny offers a lot of hours of gameplay and fun, and I don't regret my purchase. I just wish it was just a little bit cheaper. How about hooking us early adopters up with some free DLC, Bungie? Huh? You owe it to us. Last but not least, I love your videos, Joe. I hope you're not upset with me if you catch wind of this, but at the same time, I had to disagree with you, brother. Just gonna have to agree to disagree. By the way, if you haven't seen Angry Joe's videos, I will leave a link down below on this page. He's got great stuff, and he's an experienced gamer who knows what he's talking about, even if I do disagree with him from time to time. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.